Today I'm going to be showing you how I fry tilapia at home. For this recipe I'm using 3 tilapias, but I'm going to only show you how to cook 1 tilapia cut into 2 pieces 2 different ways. So the ingredients that you will need are 3 tilapias. My tilapia is from this company. I think you can get it in Walmart and other places, or you can use any tilapia in your area. So you need 3 tilapias, half teaspoon of cayenne red pepper, 3/4 teaspoon of ground black pepper, 1 teaspoon of ground Himalayan salt. You can use any salt of your choice. A cup of extra virgin oil. You can equally use any cooking oil of your choice. And in this plate, I have 1 cup of all-purpose flour that I added a pinch of salt to keep up the taste of the fish. I'm going to mix these ingredients together. So I'm going to put my black pepper into the red cayenne pepper and then add my salt, and I'll mix this all up. You can use a scissors. If you do not have a scissors, you can use any knife to cut off the fins. So this is a hard bone here. So all I did was cut off the fins here and the fins over there, and I will remove the gills by putting my hand this way and then yanking it off from the base here. Push it out. If you want, you can cook with it, but I prefer to take it out sometimes. And then there you have the tilapia, well done. So I'm going to divide this into half. You can fry it whole if you want, but growing up, we're a large family, so frying the whole tilapia was a luxury. Anyway, so now I'll put in some lines, and this will help in the seasoning. This will help with the seasoning of the tilapia. So in doing this, you have to be very careful. It just slipped off my hands, and I do the same for here. I put in some lines so that when I'm seasoning it with the salt and pepper, it goes in properly. I'll do the same for this one. So for those that do not have a scissors, for demonstration purposes, you can just use any sharp knife and cut alongside the fins. So, but I prefer to use the scissors as it's easier. Any kitchen scissors would be fine. I'll take off this base as well. So, and be careful when you are doing this. You can be poked by the bones of the fish. And I'll divide this into half and do the same. Create some lines in between, and then after that I'll season. Okay, after taking out the gills, and then I had to rinse the heads of the tilapia. So now I'm going to be seasoning it with a mixture of the salt, Himalayan salt, and then the 2 peppers that I had. So you just take a little bit and sprinkle on each. Open it up a little bit and make sure you rub it in for the seasoning to go in. So I'm going to sprinkle a little at a time on each till I'm done. Even though you have this mixture, you do not have to use all if you feel you've gotten enough salt and pepper into the fish. So sprinkle on each, rub it as well, all the cut areas. If you do not season it well, it's not going to taste great, and you might end up not being a fan of fried fish. But growing up, the best part of the fish was the head. So after I fry, in another video, I'm going to show you how to eat up the fried fish head. It is very delicious, just like the other parts of the fish. But in eating it, there's a technique which I'll be showing you. So I didn't use all the salt and pepper. So I'm going to be rubbing in the salt and pepper. And then I'll do the same for this. And then after you are done, you let this sit for about 5 to 10 minutes so that it's seasoned well. Okay, for this recipe, I'm going to show you 2 ways that you can fry the tilapia. With one of the pieces of the tilapia, that's the tail part of it, I'm going to be covering it or coating it with a mixture of salt and flour that I did. You do not have to do this if you do not feel comfortable using the all-purpose flour, but this is going to help it from sticking to the pan, because growing up we didn't have non-stick frying pans. But if you have a non-stick frying pan, you do not have to go through this. And then for this other piece, which is the head portion of the tilapia, I'm not going to coat it, and I'm going to fry it in the preheated oil that I have on fire right now. I'm now going to fry in preheated oil. So put a toothpick in. If you see bubbles coming out, it means that it's heated up. Alright, so if you feel the oil is overheated, it's a great idea to take it off fire just like I'm doing before you put in the fish. And remember, I'm just going to demonstrate with half of the fish coated with all-purpose flour and a little salt, and this one I'm just going to fry like that. So in frying the fish, you can go 2 ways or more, but I'm only showing you 2 ways for now. One coated with all-purpose flour and a mixture of salt, and the other just with the salt and the different peppers that I use. So I'm going to let this cook for about 3 minutes on each side, or until each side is light golden brown. Then you flip it over. My 3 minutes is up, but from the look of things, it hasn't turned light golden brown. So if that happens, you can. I'm going to add 2 extra minutes on the timer. The extra 2 minutes is up. So now I think I'm getting the color that I want. So in flipping over, you have to be very careful. So it's light golden brown and crunchy. So I'll flip over this one too, the coated one. And as you can see, there's just a slight difference in the color. This one is slightly darker because of the coating, and this one isn't. So I'll fry this on this side for 4 to 5 minutes. So this has been frying for 3 minutes. So if you want all parts of the fish fried, you just have to stand up the fish very well. So normally I like this side of the fish fried. So be careful. You can stand it up that way, slightly hot. And then I try to stand this against it. It will fall, but sometimes, depending on how you cut it, you're able to have both of them standing up very nicely. This one doesn't work that way, but this one will fry well. So in 42 seconds, I'm going to be taking this off. But this will all depend upon how you regulate your heat. So if you see that it's browning too fast, you have to turn down the heat. If you see that it's not cooking as fast as you want, then you turn up the heat a little bit. So this all depends on the temperature at which it's cooked. So it's almost done here. Great. Okay, so my 4 minutes is up here. So I'm going to be taking my fried fish out and putting into a plate with a paper towel. So this is the one that was coated with the all-purpose flour and salt, and this is the one that was just fried with the seasoned salt and peppers. So I'm going to continue frying the rest, but this is how we fry fish, and this can be eaten with kenke, wache, which is rice and beans. Kenke is a dish that is kind of like palanta, or you can just have your spicy tomato salsa and eat with this, or just eat it like that.